Hello my dear aspirants, welcome to the session. It's me Alekia. Today we are going to discuss about the third chapter in NCERT 6th class geography, that is motions of the earth. In this chapter we will be discussing about what is meant by rotation, what is meant by revolution, and also what is meant by equinoxes, solstices, and some other topics like what are the seasons we are having, and also the circle of illumination. All these topics will be covered in this video. Especially we will be saying leap year. But why the leap year is? So, and how can we calculate this leap year? So that will also be discussed in this video. The topic is motions of the earth. So when coming to motions of the earth has two types of motions. They are rotation and revolution. So let's discuss about rotation and revolution in detail one after the other. What is meant by rotation? Rotation means the movement of the earth on its axis. In simple, we can say when earth does one complete round around itself, then it is called rotation. To complete one round, earth takes 24 hours. It means earth takes 24 hours to complete a rotation, and that period of rotation of earth is called earth day. One earth day equals to 24 hours, we can say. Now let's discuss what is an axis. We can say the imaginary line which the earth rotates is called axis. I already discussed in first and second chapter that we are having some imaginary lines on earth, and these imaginary lines would be helpful for identifying the places. What is meant by orbital plane? We all know earth revolves around the sun, and at the same time rotation will also be done. But while rotating, that means earth completes a round with an imaginary line, and that is called axis. And at the same time earth revolves around the sun, and this revolution is done on an imaginary line, and this is called as orbit. So here we discussed about orbit. Okay, the plane formed by this orbit is called as orbital plane. This means the revolution will be done around the sun, and this plane formed by the orbit is called orbital plane. We know earth tilts at an angle of 23.5 degree while rotating. Here is the plane of the earth's orbit, and the angle made here is 66.5 degree. So we can say earth's axis is tilted at an angle of 66.5 degree on its orbital plane, and this is one of the most important question we can expect. So that is 66.5 degree angle is made with its orbital plane. Now let's discuss about the second motion of the earth, that is revolution. Revolution means the movement of the earth around the sun in a fixed path or orbit, and here earth takes 365 and 1/4 days to complete one revolution. That means 365 days and 6 hours. But for our convenience, we consider 1 year equals to 365 days, and the rest of 6 hours for every 4 years, that is 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. We can say 24 hours. It means 1 day. And this additional day is added after every 4 years to the month of February. And that can be called as a leap year. So we all know a leap year is having 366 days. We all know about the two terms rotation and revolution. But did you ever imagine what happens when earth do not rotate? And what is the purpose of rotation and revolution? So we can see rotation is responsible for the change of day and night, and revolution is responsible for the change of seasons. So here we can say the portion of the earth facing towards sun experiences daylight continuously. So here the weather is too hot, and the other half would remain in dark, and here the weather would be freezing cold all the time. and we can say life would be very difficult to live in such extreme conditions. What is meant by circle of illumination? The circle that divides the day from night on the globe is called circle of illumination. See, here is the circle of illumination, and this is also an imaginary line, and it divides the earth into two halves, and here one half experiences the day and the other half experiences night. So here the circle of illumination does not coincide with this axis as shown in the figure. So we can say axis will be like this, but here the circle of illumination will be like this. So this axis and circle of illumination will not coincide as shown in the figure. Here we can see an angle is made between axis and circle of illumination. Because of this, Earth do not experience same amount of daylight on all days. An year is usually divided into 4 seasons. In clear, we can say due to the revolution, Earth experiences 4 seasons, and the 4 seasons are spring, summer, autumn and winter. We can also say seasons are changed because of the change in position of the earth around the sun. So we all know earth will be revolving around the sun, and also during this revolution process the position of the earth would be changed, and because of that we are experiencing the 4 seasons. Let's discuss what is meant by equinox. When the length of the day and night is equal in all parts of the earth, then it is called equinox. So nothing but the day and night to be equal. In simple we can say the earth should experience equal day and equal night. Then it can be considered as equinox. And it happens twice in a year. That is during spring and autumn season. In the figure we can clearly see here is the North Pole and here is the South Pole. And on March 21st we can say we have experienced equal day and equal night. So we can say this as equinox. And here the southern pole of the earth is towards sun and northern pole is farther from the sun. As a result, we can experience spring season in the northern hemisphere and autumn season in the southern hemisphere. Later on June 21st, we can experience the longest day and shorter nights. The reason is the north pole is towards the sun and southern pole is farther from the sun. So here the northern hemisphere experience summer solstice and the southern hemisphere experiences winter solstice. Later in the process of revolution, on 23rd September also, the earth experienced equal day and equal night, and that can be considered as also equinox. So here we can say autumn is experienced in northern hemisphere and spring in southern hemisphere. So at last in the process of revolution on December 22nd, so we can experience winter solstice. So don't get confused here. So winter solstice can be experienced on December 21, 22 and 23. So major cases the winter solstice will be on 21 December. Okay. So here we can experience the south pole is towards the sun and north pole is farther from the sun. So here northern hemisphere experiences winter and southern hemisphere experiences the summer. So this is what about the seasons the earth experienced in the process of revolution.